Relationships might fade, but something tangible and real like a car was something they could hold on to. That's how one Vietnam veteran and former North Dakota representative described his experience with a black Chevrolet Corvair. Our cameras were rolling as a reunion decades in the making unfolded today south of Detroit Lakes. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric takes us back to 1967.
The civil rights movement, protests around the nation, the draft, and the Vietnam War. This was our country when Don Homuth first laid eyes on his dream car.
47 years, my Lord. And we were just driving around the night before I was going to go to Vietnam the second time.
Homuth was just spending a few more minutes with friends when he stopped at a dealership on Main Avenue in Fargo. They had just gotten a black Corvair convertible in that day, and it was in the shop, getting cleaned up.
He said, "You're going to buy a car the night before you go back to Vietnam the second time?" "Yeah." "Well, what if you don't come back?" "I won't know."
Homuth went to Vietnam that second time, served his country, and the Black Beauty was waiting for him when he got back. He then sold this car and moved to Oregon. But in the back of his mind, he always wondered what happened to it. The other man here, Vern Sunbaum, found the old beat-up Corvair in a farmer's field some 30-odd years ago, and he bought it. Every time he walked by it, he just felt he had to tinker.
When I first looked at it, I thought, oh boy, there ain't no chance.
About a year ago, Homuth put the call out online, asking if anyone knew about the car. He wasn't expecting much. Call it a miracle, call it fate. Vern Sunbaum stumbled across Homuth's post. The exact same car that Don Homuth owned back in the late 1960s was sitting in Vern Sunbaum's garage.
It's just hard to believe. It's just really, really hard to believe.
Homuth says this car was something he thought about every day while in Vietnam. This sleek, shiny curves were his therapy when he finally came home.
And it was like all of that, I shouldn't say all of it, but a lot of that stress and whatever that was melted. And it's kind of like I'm close to living a normal life again.
Homuth already has his Corvair booked for a car show in the coming weeks.
Absolutely unbelievable.
I mean, you gotta be feeling like a kid in a candy store.
I'm 24 years old. I won't be 24 years old for long, but I'm 24 years old at the moment. And it's like, wow.
A reunion, nearly half a century in the making. In Detroit Lakes, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Incredible. Don Homuth says he already has plans to ship the Corvair back to his home in Oregon. What a great reunion.